Melissa from The Glossy Life here. So today I'm coming to you with a 6-minute makeup look. I don't know about you guys, but when I get up in the morning and I'm rushing to get to work, I don't have time to sit in front of a YouTube video and like instructionally contour and highlight my face and make sure I look like a supermodel and all that jazz. It's probably because I work with all women, so no one really cares what I look like. But more than that, I just don't have the time to dedicate it to it. Either I'm waking up late here past my alarm, or I'm coming from the gym class or something of that nature. So I've really tried to hone in on a 6-minute routine that helps me highlight the things I want to highlight, cover up anything I don't really want seen. No one's gonna like get scared of me on the subway or anything like that. So what I'm bringing you guys today is that routine. I'm going to talk you through it, so it might be a little bit longer than 6 minutes, but I am going to time it on my phone, just so you know I'm not pulling your leg. Alright, so let's do this. Pressing start. So I know everyone always says this, but the primary thing you have to concentrate on for good makeup is good skin. And I talked about it a little in a post a couple weeks ago, but I haven't always had the greatest skin. It's very sensitive, and especially living in New York, it tends to just get really gunked up sometimes, and I'll have pimples and that sort of thing. But I've really honed in on a routine, a skincare routine that really has made a huge difference. So I advise you to find something that works for you. Again, all skin types are so different, so what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you. Once I really did find something that made my skin better, I found that my makeup automatically looked better. It went on easier, it looked more natural, it looked cleaner, that kind of thing. So regardless of how my skin is feeling during the week, I always start with this Josie Maran. It's an Argan Matchmaker Serum Formula, and basically what it is it's just a color correcting formula. It has a little bit of argan oil in it, so it's moisturizing, but it acts sort of as a seamless foundation. Now, I'm not the kind of person who really wears loads and loads of foundation, just because I hate the way it makes my skin feel like it's not breathing, and more to the point, I don't like the way it looks on my face. So I really always reach for sheer formulas like this one. I find that they just make it look more natural to the makeup look that I tend to gravitate towards. I like to use my finger because I feel like it gives me more of a control over how much I'm getting on my face at any given time. So what you do is you just put a little bit on your finger and then just blending it in, and you'll notice it changes and adjusts a little to the color of my skin, but it's still super natural. So you're not going to end up looking insanely tan with this, and you're not going to end up looking unnaturally pale. As I'm putting this on, some of the blemishes that were visible earlier are sort of fading into the background, and really what girl doesn't want that to happen. But again, it's really light coverage, so if I am having a week where my skin is particularly problematic, I don't feel like this is something that I'm going to wipe off at the end of the night and have a rash on my face or anything like that. So once I'm finished with that, I'll then go back over any spots that I think need a little extra coverage. I use this Smashbox High Definition Concealer. You can really use anything. I recommend, if not this, then the Laura Mercier Camouflage. I also have had really good luck with that. Both of them are just nice, even coverage. They don't end up looking chalky or like you have a huge, you know sometimes when they cover with concealer, but you still have that huge spot on your face anyways, and people just know if it's not a zit, it's concealer. We don't want that. I'll also do a little bit if I'm having a really long week at work or something. I tend to get pretty dark circles under my eyes, so whatever the base foundation doesn't cover, I tend to just follow up with a little bit of Benefit's Erase Base. It is amazing. You can also use this as a concealer, I think, too, but I tend to just use it under my eyes, and really a little bit goes such a long way. I've had this for probably close to 6 months now, and you can't really tell, but I'm not even a quarter of the way through with the pot, so it really does last a long time. You just put it on your ring finger, that's, they say, your most delicate finger, and obviously you want to be really gentle with this skin under your eyes. And then I just pat it underneath until it blends in. Now what I've already done with my morning face care routine is I've put a little under eye cream. I like to use Clinique, I can link to it below for you guys, but that really just helps the area stay moisturized and helps something like this erase paste go on a lot cleaner. From there, you kind of just set the palette for a very clean, natural makeup look. spend the time accenting what you think brings the most attention to your face. So for me, I know that I have weird, large alien eyes already, so I don't need to spend a lot of time bringing attention to my eyes with either a lot of eyeliner or really thick, chunky mascara or anything like that. So for me, I like to spend time sort of sculpting my eyebrows, putting a little color on my cheeks, and putting color on my lips. So we'll start with the brows first. Right now, I'm using Anastasia's Brow Powder Duo in dark brown and just a brow brush that I got at Sephora for like $12, I think. And in the past, I've used a brow pencil from Benefit, but I found it left my brows looking a little waxy and not really just natural the way powder would do. It actually has two colors in it. It has a lighter color and then a dark brown over here. I like to kind of mix the two of them because I don't like particularly dark brows on me. You can really customize it, and that's the great thing about it. So I kind of just dabble back and forth between the two. And then I just start going through my brow and really filling in the sparse areas where I want it to look more sculpted. Strong brow really brings a lot of dimension to your face. You can see I did this one and I didn't do this one yet. And for me, it's just a way of highlighting my eyes, which is one of my favorite attributes, without bringing, making them bigger. When you're penciling in your brows, you want to sort of follow the natural curve of your eyebrow. Don't try to peek it up too much or fill in a section that really has absolutely no hair in it already, because it's just going to end up looking super fake. But it can be used to plump up the areas that have been a little overused or threaded or waxed or whatever. Okay, now after you finish your brows, you kind of just want to go through them with a little brush and just sort of brush them out a little bit, get rid of any excess powder. What I'm going to do is just use Benefit's What's Up to bring a little highlight to my face. This is just a nice, really natural, creamy highlighter. If you look, I don't know if you can see, it's just, there's not a ton of shimmer in it, so you don't look like you went to some 6-year-old's birthday party and threw glitter all over your face. It's just a really nice way to highlight your cheekbones and underneath your eyebrow bones, which is where I like to do it. So I'm just going to put it on. Underneath my brow bone, and you just use your finger to disperse it and pat it so it blends a little bit better. So next thing you do is blush, and what I'm using and really loving lately actually is RMS Beauty's Lip to Cheek Blush. This is in Demure, and it's a nice little creamy pot. I first initially bought this because I read that Miranda Kerr uses it on her cheeks, and she's kind of pretty gorgeous, so I thought if it worked for her, maybe it would work for me. But I really actually have been loving it. It's super, super pigmented, so what I like to do is put a little bit actually on my hand first, and then pull from my hand for my cheek, because that way I don't end up looking like a clown and accidentally putting on too much. So I'll just rub a little bit on my hand. Really nice buildable natural color, so you end up just looking sun-kissed and not unnaturally red in the cheeks or like you're blushing because you're super embarrassed about something. I find that cream blushes are always more natural looking than powder brushes, but that's just my personal opinion. Do it on the apples of your cheeks and sort of follow up the curve of your cheekbone. This can actually also be used on your lips. I don't use it on my lips really because it's a little bit too of a powdery pink color for me. But what I have been using lately that I've been loving is actually blue. So I tried this out for work. It's Lipstick Queen's blue lipstick. The color is Hello Sailor, and this is the actual color of it. So obviously it doesn't go on blue. What it does is it tints to your lips. So it does look blue initially, and you kind of look like you have hypothermia a little bit. But once it mixes with the heat of your lips, it turns into this really nice natural berry color. I'm not using that. I'm probably using Tarte's lip crayons. This one is a Muse, and this is also a really nice, a little bit of a brighter pink color, but it goes on really sheer as well. And to finish off everything, I usually skip mascara, but if I want to bring a little bit more attention to my eyes, I'll use Bare Minerals eyeliner, and I'll just do it right on the outer edge of my eye, just to make it look a little thicker out there. And then I'll finish it off with some perfume, because I consider that part of my makeup routine. Right now, actually always, I love Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. It smells really floral when you first put it on, but then it turns sort of vanilla-y, and anytime I bring it out, all of my friends always ask to use it too, because it just smells good on everything. So that's that. Let's see. Wait, so it took us a little longer than 6 minutes, but really, if you don't have me hammering my mouth through this whole thing, it will be super fast and super easy. I will link to all the products below, and there'll be close-up shots of the products so you can sort of get a better look at them. Thanks, guys. And basically what it is. Hi, Kristen!
Hi.
Hi! I'm filming a video.
I heard people talking.
Yeah, that was me talking to myself. What are you doing?
Playing. Playing blogger.
Oh, you're so good at that. Again.
When can I be on the blog?
I want you on the blog all the time. What do you want to do?
I can make my own cheese.
Okay, you're gonna make your grilled cheese sometime then.
Tell me when.
You tell me when.
I also know other things, you know.
I know you know other
Like how to wash a really good window.